Hi, welcome back to our channel Abhyas IELTS Prep. In this video, we are going to look at ways in which you can improve your vocabulary. Let's get started with the video now. Vocabulary Builder. The IELTS test might not have a specific test with respect to vocabulary, words, but in turn it is used to assess every other skill in the exam. When attempting the skill reading, listening, writing and speaking tests, you have to make use of different words with proper pronunciation and spellings. And importantly, when it comes to speaking and writing, around 20 to 30% points are based on your vocabulary. This reason alone is enough for you to start preparing a rich vocabulary that can help you improve your band score. Now let's understand how to look up words you don't know. Many would advise you to read books, magazines and watch shows to learn new words, but at the same time it is equally important to look up for the academic words you don't know. Many have the habit to leave difficult and new words thinking that those won't be required in our life or exam. But make a habit of looking up for vocabulary words that you don't know about, either it being a difficult one to read, spell or write as well. Constantly build your passive vocabulary word list by reading and listening. Then move these words into your active vocabulary by actively using them when speaking or writing. To improve faster when reading, listening or watching English material, try to capture new words in a phrase book. If you have time, add the context too. That will really help you with. The next time you write an essay, review it and look for opportunities to add the words from your list into your text. Likewise, when speaking, try to incorporate your new vocab into your conversations, but don't force them through because it will sound odd. Active reading is a great habit to develop and a vital exam preparation skill. Active reading is where you circle, underline, mark the text you are reading so as to ease comprehension. What is a vocabulary collocation? A collocation is a group of words that has an above average possibility of being found together. Using collocations in your writing and IELTS speaking helps to make your language sound more natural and fluent. This in turn makes your writing flow and helps you get a better scoring essay. Now, what is the best way to learn topic specific collocations? The best way is to learn topic specific collocations is to look for them being used in context. Using topic specific vocabulary, collocations and words from the academic circles will help considerably. Keep a notebook for IELTS writing vocabulary. It might seem a bit old-fashioned to have a notebook to write down all new academic words and their meanings, but it might help you understand those words better. Other than this, you can even use the book to revise the written words when the exam is near. That is a way better option than hustling to find resources with new words right before the exam. Practice, but don't exaggerate. So when you come with a notebook or find an app to learn a new word, the only thing left to do is practice the word in real life. In the case of speaking skill, you can take on any topic or question that was recently asked in the exam and then try to speak about the topic for 1 or 2 minutes with the vocabulary you've learned recently. Next, in the case of IELTS writing vocabulary, you need to make sure that you don't exaggerate sentences because you can use a single but sophisticated word. This is a great practice to boost your vocabulary for IELTS. And the most important thing is not to dwell too much on a single word, but trying to find tons of related example sentences. Well, doing that might just waste your time because if you want to learn them, practice the word a few times, which should be enough for the test. Try vocabulary building apps. Everybody owns smartphones these days and there are tons of apps on Play Store, app stores which can help you improve your language. Well, for starters, I advise you to make use of Mangoosh Vocabulary Builder app, which not only has word understanding but it consists of exercises, meanings, synonyms that can really help you. Other than that, you can also use Power Vocab, a word a day widget, as an app to improve your vocabulary. Understand but don't memorize all the time. Phone numbers are meant to be memorized but not words, because a single word might have few definite meanings behind it. In simple words, we can express a word in different contexts that do not mean the same at the end. The reason is simple. Memorizing a word might be easy, but sometimes the same word might not have one strict meaning. So the best way to understand this is to know about homonyms, that are words with the same spellings, pronunciation but have different meanings. Lastly, read newspapers. Reading is the best habit to learn new words, and it will also help you to improve your skills for IELTS speaking test. You can subscribe to a daily or weekly newspaper online or offline and have the habit of reading our articles on a daily basis. When you read articles, do underline the academic words that you do not know, or notice carefully if you come to know about the use of a word in a different way. This will help you write on different IELTS topics. Then check the word, meaning of it in dictionary and write down in your notebook. Learn the noted words and do revise them once or twice a week. And while you do the newspaper reading, keep a dictionary handy. A very common method of learning vocabulary for the IELTS test is to keep a small pocket-sized dictionary with you. If you never devote time to learning new vocabulary words in this way, you can never develop the habit. There are two ways you can use your dictionary to learn words. Firstly, you can refer to it anytime you come across a new word and check its meaning in the dictionary. And secondly, you can start learning the words in sequence from the first to the last page of your dictionary. Last but not the least, daily vocabulary word enhancement has to be done from your way. In this way, you can at least become familiar to new words every day, and depending on how much time you devote per day, you may be able to read all the words in your dictionary in several days or months. However, for effective learning, keep in mind to learn a word wholeheartedly. If you feel you cannot understand a word, just skip it, because learning a word incorrectly is even more dangerous. Listen to audios and watch videos. The best way of learning the usage of a new word is when you listen to it being used by others. So you can watch TV programs, news channels, movies, YouTube videos, group discussions, talk shows, etc. You can also listen to audios such as podcasts, songs, radio channels, etc. One more thing is that you can prefer watching or listening to the stuff that you find interesting too, so that you may not get bored and stop your plan to learn vocabulary. Now let's look into IELTS writing vocabulary enhancement. The concept behind this method is that you are exposed to new words and hence you learn faster in this way. When you watch videos or listen to some audios, pay more attention to the words and how they are used. Watching video stuff online is also a good idea, where you can pause or replay the videos to learn at your own pace. You can start by listening to videos which have subtitles. This will help you improve your comprehension as well as listening skills. I hope this video will certainly help you in improving your vocabulary. Thank you for watching the video. Do subscribe to our channel to get notified about the latest videos from Abhyas IELTS Prep. It's time to say goodbye. Stay safe, stay protected.